Don't you love it when guests come our way simply to share their knowledge with you? Well, that's what Todd Cooper is doing this morning. He has Structural Solutions in Hixson, has for quite a number of years. He is a sought-after contractor here in town, and we'll talk a little bit about his business, but he wanted to come on today to talk to anybody out there who is currently in a new build or new addition project going on at their home. Some things you've learned over the years.
Any type of construction.
And this is a big season for that,
the
fall season.
Yes.
So really, I guess this is true, Todd, whether you're doing an addition to your home or just simply having your house pressure washed. There are some things you need to make sure you find out.
Yes, and you know, I think we've been in business 38 years. And so over the years, you see the same problems happening, and it seems like it's more now. Having contractors that aren't licensed with no insurance. There's contractors that are out taking deposits from people and never showing up on the job and doing a bad job and not finishing.
Why do you think that's on the rise?
I don't know. I just think people are just taking chances with contractors that drive up to their house, wanting to promise them a roof, that they'll get it paid for by the insurance company, or somebody tells them to use a contractor, oh, so-and-so, he does a good job, and they just never check their licensing or insurance or anything like that, and it's dangerous because it's a big expense for homeowners.
Well, and it works a couple of ways. I mean, if you're an older person, you're still probably of that old mindset that a handshake will be trustworthy enough. Not the case. If you're a younger homeowner, you're just inexperienced.
That's
no
true.
fault of your own, so you don't know that you might be being taken for a ride. So you like to ask people first if they're insured?
If they're licensed.
If they're licensed.
And you can call the state of Tennessee and ask, and they're so helpful. A lot of the contractors and stuff are scared of the state board, but they're so helpful. They're there for the public and for the contractors to make sure that people are licensed, make sure they're insured. And it's a quick phone call, or you can search on Verify Tennessee on the internet and put the company's name, and their license has to be in their name. So my Structural Solutions, if you pull up Structural Solutions, that's our license in that name.
Okay.
It can't be Todd Cooper has the license and we're doing business as Structural Solutions. It has to be in the exact name as you're doing business in.
Oh, like a passport.
Exactly, and then your insurance has to be in the same name, because we run into things to where people have had problems on jobs, or say somebody gets hurt on a job, and their insurance is in this company name, but they don't have a license. Then there's some coverage issues.
So for you, as a business owner who's wanting to be ahead of this conversation anyway, if you're at a home and somebody says, well, are you licensed? Do you have proof right there to offer?
I give them a copy of my license up front, and it tells the expiration date, how much we're licensed, the amount we're licensed to do, up to a certain amount of dollar amount.
Okay.
We give them our insurance.
Okay.
And then on the bottom left of the certificate, there's a additionally insured person. We put their name on it. Our insurance company gives that to them.
Okay.
Never take insurance card from the contractor, because we have contractors now that are starting their insurance policy, making the first payment, never make another payment, and they just make copies of it and they hand it out to everybody, and it's no good.
So go to the insurance
Call
company.
the insurance agent
directly.
and say, I need an insurance copy on this contractor.
Okay.
And they'll send it to you. It's no charge.
Okay. I know you're a supporter of the Better Business Bureau.
Yes.
Is a no rating at the Better Business Bureau a concern?
Not really, because some contractors may not have gone through the process of being in business, but you do want to check that. Once you do the internet search, you check their license, check their insurance, do an internet search. We were dealing with the job the other day that a kitchen that the structure of the floor was wrong and somebody tried to fix it. And I did an easy search, and I'm older. I'm not technically, your guy. I just entered it in, this contractor's name, and the first page, it was awful.
Google reviews, basically?
Just Googled him, and it was awful. It was lawsuit. He had a BBB rating of F. I've never seen one that low.
Wow.
And so, I want to educate people, because we see this when we come to your house to look at something, it's usually bad.
Okay, so in the Google search that you did, kind of would be the customer review right there for you to see.
Oh,
but
yeah.
do you also like the idea of, if it's a neighborhood that they've worked in, going and asking for a face-to-face or
Oh yeah, yeah. If it's a home builder, I'm going to go talk down the street, because most of these big builders, they're building hundreds of houses in the same neighborhood. Go to some of the older houses in the neighborhood, knock on the door and say, hey, we're thinking about buying a house in the neighborhood, and what do you think about the builder? Have you had any
Yeah,
problems?
don't go to a brand new one. Go to one that's a year
Oh
old.
yeah. Go to an older one. We're working on a house that's 2 years old right now. We're replacing the whole front of it because they did no flashing on any of the windows or doors, and it's rotted the whole front of the house out.
Okay, so Todd, how much of that, I know somebody who had a house, they were building a house, and it was exhausting because she had to be there constantly to oversee. How important is that? Because if they're telling you they're going to do something and you're not there to watch it, it can slip through the cracks.
Yeah, and the problem is most homeowners do not know what to watch for.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, and so that's where you go through these process of, if you talk to 2 or 3 people that bought houses from this builder and they've been living there for a year or two, and they're all happy, you're probably going to have a decent builder. But if you go to the first one, they say it's been nothing but problems, they won't come fix this, run away.
Do we need to be concerned a little bit as a community, because we are seeing this housing shortage? And so there seems to be at every turn a new subdivision going up. You want to make sure they're not getting built up too quickly?
Yeah, here's another thing. My wife, Stacy Cooper, she's a realtor with Keller Williams, and there's so many people that come in and buy a house with no inspections, no appraisal. They have to have the house, and so they overlook all these problems. Well, now the market's slowed down a little bit, and now those people are coming back to sell, and now people are inspecting those houses.
Right.
And then they're going, okay, now we've got these problems.
Okay.
And so it's going to have to be handled at some point.
Okay, and I was not trying to imply, by the way, that they shouldn't be building neighborhoods. That's not what I meant.
Oh, no,
I just
no,
meant you
exactly.
don't want them to go up too quickly.
Yeah.
You also like the idea of getting a home inspector, but also perhaps a structural engineer.
If
That's
I
going
bought
to
a new
cost
house,
you a bit.
I would, but you know what? If you spent $300 to $500 to have an engineer just walk through the house, that could save you thousands of dollars in the end, because these are stuff that we do is not cheap. I mean,
Right.
it's when you have to go rebuild the whole floor system in a house, an existing house, it can run into tens of thousands of dollars. Sometimes over $100,000 of work that we do.
Is there anything, if you're buying a new house directly from the builder, I guess, is there anything you can put in the contract to make
Well,
sure
make
they're
sure that they have a good
protected?
warranty. A lot of the builders now are getting away from warranting the houses themselves. They're buying a warranty for you, and they hand it to you at closing. Here's your warranty. We're done.
Yeah.
If you have a problem, call them.
I know what folks are thinking. They're thinking, I've got a problem and I want to call him. So if they're wanting to contact you at Structural Solutions, I know you wanted to give the advice, but can they call you?
Oh yes, we do. Anybody that has any kind of problems with floors, rotted floor systems, sagging floors, chimneys that are rotted, windows, doors, anything structural in your house, foundation-wise, we're fully licensed and insured in Tennessee, and we'd be glad to come out and look at it. They can reach us at structuralsolutionsTN.com.
Okay.
Or they can also call 423-718-4844, and free estimates. We don't charge to come and do an estimate on a house.
Well, here's what I'm remembering. Google them. Ask for their license. Do not take the insurance card from them directly. Get it from the insurance company.
That's right.
Talk to people and
Talk to the homeowners.
talk to the homeowners.
Yes, and then
visit the recent
the
projects.
project. So visit their house or a job. If you're having a bathroom done, go see one
Right.
that they've done.
Great talking to you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.